What's up, guys? It's Joe with Endo Daily. Bear with me on the setup right now. I am out of town on another work trip and using what I got. So, real quick, still rocking the Benchmade Barrage for day 3 of week 1 for my 5-week EDC challenge. I've got a lot of thoughts on carrying this knife just in the last 3 days, but we will get to that at the end of this week when I start fresh with a new knife next week. And also the Streamlight Micro Stream is still in my pocket. But today, at least before I left, some new product came in from CRIPOP. Hoping I'm saying that right. But I had mentioned they reached out to me a while ago, not too long ago, about doing some videos, doing some stuff with their products. Now, when they reached out, they sent me a list of products that I would be able to test out, check out, do a review for you guys. And they are mainly a tool company. Obviously, I use tools on the channel. I've reviewed some tools in the past, but not primarily working with tools. And I told them that, but they were still happy to send some stuff out. So they let me pick from a list of items that they send out to, content creators, YouTubers to review. So the one I decided to go with that I think does have some EDC potential there is their tool bags. And from the list they sent me, I said, hey, let me check out this 6-pack of tool bags. I think there's some potential there that I could work with as far as what I could use relatable to EDC. Because as I said, I don't do a whole lot of tools, right? I'm mainly knives, flashlights, EDC gear. But I did see where I could kind of fit this in, and they were still willing to send it out to me, which is great. So thank you, CRIPOP. Hopefully, like I said, I'm saying that right. But I checked out their website, and they sent a little booklet in here with lots of different things. A lot of electrician's tools, a lot of just different type of tools, right? But they ended up sending me the 10-pack of tool pouches, all different sizes, all different colors. You've got little ones. This is the PHM1. This is the PHS1. Those are all in the back there. Let's see, S1, and then you've got the B1, and these are all kind of color-coded as they advertise, so you can easily identify what tools are in what pouch when you're getting them out to work with. So we've got some gray. This is the T1, and I believe a couple of these are supposed to be some stand-up bags. T1, another T1 with the blue. We've got the M2 with the gray, kind of a longer, skinnier one. Then we've got another B1. This lighting is not great. I apologize. Got another B1. Looks like with the brown. Looks like, okay, so that is kind of a little window right there, so you can easily see what's in there. And then another T1. So I am excited about these, and this looks like it might be the standing one. I was excited to get these in because, like I said, I could see a lot of different uses for these. Mainly EDC storage. But thinking about this and getting these in, and this is the first time I've opened these, so got their little logo sticker that came with it, and then, like I said, a little booklet of some other tools that they've got. So a lot of, like, you've got insulated screwdriver and plier set. There's the Pro insulated set, toolbox organizer. Let's see, they sell just separate insulated tools, screwdrivers, pliers. They've got backpacks, tool bags, tote bags, on-site tool bags. So a lot of cool stuff in there. If you work in that field, you work in that industry where you're going to need a lot of storage for your tools. So I'm kind of going off the fly with this too, so just bear with me. But my idea and what I kind of saw with this was, again, EDC storage. And I picked up some of those HDX mini totes from Home Depot not too long ago. I'll put that video in here as well. And that's primarily what I've used as my EDC storage for fixed blades, both EDC size and full size, flashlights, and then multi-tools was the other one I had in there. So I'm kind of thinking I could do something similar with this. And the material feels pretty tough, like just right off the fly. I mean, it feels tough, it feels durable. They've got a lot of different sizes, just for everything. But getting off topic again, my idea for this was, again, some EDC storage. So I might keep, throw some multi-tools in here, throw little extra things I've laying around. So like I've got a lot of lanyard material. I'm blanking out. Lanyard material, 550 cord, there it is. 550 cord, paracord, sharpening stone, sharpening gear that I might throw in some of these bigger ones like this. And then another thing I'm thinking about doing with some of these is an ammo bag for the range. So, instead of carrying down the boxes of what I've got in there, maybe I'll use one of these smaller ones, throw a bunch of 9mm ammo in, or maybe a bunch of ammo for my 30-06, different things like that I can throw, target practice ammo in, right? Nothing too crazy, just throwing a big bag of those. And actually, one of the times I went out to the range with my brother, he had a similar thing, ammo bag just full of 9mm ammo. So that's something else I think I'm going to use these for. But I'm also going to use some of these for the tools that I have, to kind of clear out some space in my current toolbox and maybe free that up so I could bring that toolbox down to where the new studio setup is going to be and use that for some more EDC storage as well. But so I'm definitely going to use some of these for tools as they were intended and advertised for. And then I'm going to use some of these for EDC storage, like my multi-tools, or like I said, sharpening materials, sharpening stones. I think there's a lot of, there's a lot you can do with tool bags like this, right? Instead of just putting the tools in there, because I'm not carrying these with me. I'm not going to the job site, but I see a lot of EDC applications with this, as far as maybe putting together a EDC kit for the car, a little bit bigger one than what I currently have. So just a lot of different options. And like I said, the actual material of these, they feel great. Like, they feel tough. They feel like they're going to hold up with, whatever tools or anything I decide to put in there. And I like them. And I think it was cool that they reached out and wanted to send these to me. Obviously, they're wanting to get their name and their brand out there a little bit more. And I'm more than happy and willing to, check some of these out and give a good, honest review. So this is just the initial opening unboxing of all these. But like I said, I think these are going to work out really well for the tools that I currently have, as well as EDC storage and ammo bags for the range. So thank you again to CRIPOP for sending these out for me to check out and review. Again, this is just the initial unboxing of these, but overall first impression is they feel like good, sturdy tool bags. So we'll, once I get back from this work trip, I'll get a bunch of stuff loaded up into them. I'll transfer a lot of my tools into these, and then put some of these with my my range bag and see how well they hold up. So I'll probably do another video on these, here in a few weeks or a month or so, just to give you guys an update on how well they're holding up. Maybe even get a few more, a few more tools or items from them, because looking through their website, they do look like they got a lot of cool tools and different different tools and applications for a lot of things. And this is just a small amount. If you go onto their website, they've got a ton of stuff, and they've got a lot of cool stuff that I would use outside of, my EDC realm of things. So I am very excited to check these out, get them loaded up, and we'll check back in a couple of weeks with an update, see how well they're holding up. Zippers on these are large zipper pull tabs. Not the YKK, but pretty solid zippers on these. Let me see if it shows what specifically they are. I don't think so. Yeah, we got the tool bag. Let's see. 1680D pure polyester on the material. So should hold up well enough. Again, another cool sticker, but that's what we've got for today. So like I said, check back in a couple weeks. I'll give you guys an update on these and how well they hold up, what all I've been able to put into them or decided on what I'm going to use them for, and we will go from there. So check out the HDX tote containers I picked up from Home Depot. Check out that video. Those were pretty cool. I still like those. I'm still going to use those, but I am excited to have some new gear to check out, or some new storage options for tools, EDC gear, all that good stuff. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.